What's a scene from a movie that made you lock into that movie? Like a scene so good that the entire movie is better because of it.
I've been wanting to talk about this scene from Across the Spider-Verse for a while now, and I'm so glad that this video from Straw Hat Goofy has finally given me a really good chance to. The moment I'm talking about is the scene right after Miles meets Miguel O'Hara for the first time, and he has to explain to him the truth about the Spider Society and canon events. All leading to Miles' eventual realization that his father is gonna die, and according to the rules of the Spider Society, he can't do anything about it. Now this scene is essentially just a big exposition dump, but I feel like Across the Spider-Verse is one of the best Marvel movies solely because of it. Because I'm not gonna lie, on my first watch, I definitely thought like the first act and a half of this movie kind of dragged a bit, but from this point on, I was so locked in, and it's like non-stop until the end from here. This scene works so well on so many levels, I don't even know if I could bring them all up in this one video. First up, there are just so many insane connections made within this scene that help to make the animated Spider-Verse and Spider Society feel more real. Through this one scene alone, Sony was able to make their animated Spider-Verse series like the true tether between every iteration of Spider-Man that we have ever gotten. A good majority of the different examples of Spider-Man throughout the multiverse being shown here are true different adaptations and runs of Spider-Man that have been released throughout the years. Some of which we've literally already seen experiencing the canon events that are currently getting explained to us. And let me just say, the concept of canon events is just such a genius idea. We the audience have already seen and somewhat understand what Miguel is trying to explain to Miles just through the different Spider-Man iterations that have been released over time. There are repeated story beats that we expect to see every time a new Spider-Man adaptation comes around. And the idea of canon events is so smart because it makes that a part of the story. All the connections here make sense, and again, it all just helps the Spider Society to feel like something that's real and not just something that was made up for this movie. At the time of this movie's release, there was already years worth of proof backing up what Miguel is saying here. It's such a great meta commentary on all the different versions of Spider-Man that have been released throughout the years and what we as an audience have come to expect from new stories with the character.